Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here. We're off for more of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, and in the last episode, we took down Sabor, who looked like he actually ate Clayton, but no, Clayton actually kidnapped Jane and Turk, hit them in the treetops in order to corner the gorillas while we were busy. And it was in this very area where we took down Clayton before he did that, so Kerchak actually lived. And not only that, we also took out a stealth sneak that had a very glitchy final HP, because he's invincible when he's doing his laser attack. But once he's done that, he just drops dead on the next hit. But yeah, that's a bit ridiculous. But the reason why I'm starting down here and not back up there is because that if you do fall down and have to climb back up, you just do a double flip and you're back up here. And yes, in this episode we're going to continue onwards, as this is where we were, and Tarzan said this was his home all the way over there. So we're going to have to make our way through this cave here. But before we do, we got a few more things to talk about in our abilities, because we were already running over time in the last recording session, and we were talking about Cure mostly. But we got a couple more abilities. So first of all, that's not the right person. Goofy has Treasure Magnet. Think of this as a Sparks effect from Spyro. Basically, you don't have to be on top of every item orb in order to pick it up. You can be at a little bit further away and it will just gravitate towards you. That is really helpful, and we have the ability to do that. So Goofy's got that equipped for now. Not only that, but I believe we had new equipment. No, we didn't. Okay, so... Oh, and I believe as well we have something to check up in the journal. No? Oh yeah, because we already checked the stealth sneak. Sorry, that was a previous recording session. This is a new one. So yeah, with that, it's time to continue onwards. Like I've said before, make sure that you have Cure somewhere in your shortcuts that it's easy to mash, especially when the attack button is the X button. That's why I like to have Cure on X, because you can just double tap it in order to heal. Yeah, I know I just wasted that, but that don't really matter because we're not exactly using it at the moment. We've got a 2.5D section, as I like to call it here, because it's mostly just sideways platforming, but the camera likes to get stuck sometimes. It doesn't like this area. But there's a lot of chests around here, so we want to open all of them up. We've got a mithril shard right there. That's going to be helpful for synthesis. And Sora's actually really good at grabbing ledges around here. I'm not too sure why, but here he doesn't have a lot of issue. We got some Dalmatians. Let's go check them out quickly. See how many we got left to find. I think that was the last chest. Yes, it was. We've got no more Dalmatians to find in Deep Jungle already. So we're well on our way to finding the Dalmatians. We're already a fifth of the way through, to be perfectly honest with you. We've got 21 already. So, let's keep going. Now, what you're supposed to do while going around here is like... Camera. Can you hear that? That's my right analog stick. I can't turn the camera. There we go. Now I can turn it, and it just does what it wants to. But yeah, what you're supposed to do is use this climbable ivy to platform around, but you can just easily make this jump. I say, and I don't grab it. Oh, there's a sidling part there that I never use. Alright, can we try that again? And this time, don't not actually fail the jump. Or hit the ceiling. Okay, as soon as I say that I can make the jump, I can't. I know you can do it, Sora. There you go, I didn't even need to grab the ledge. So I don't know why I undershot it last time. Oh, an orichalcum! Alright, we need to actually talk about that. Let's go to items quickly and go to stock. Right, let's go down here. So, we've got mithril shards, mithril, blade, spirit, pretty power. They're all synthesis items. Same with orichalcum, but notice its rarity. Rare and most valuable ore. This is going to be one of our main ingredients for the later, more powerful items in the game. And, oddly enough, it's going to be one of the more required ones. The harder ones to get, like the arts that we get from... white mushrooms, for example, they're not for synthesis items, but they do give you another rare item in a different manner. But from items that those kind of rare enemies drop, that's what we're going to use along with orichalcums to get the more better stuff. So do not sell these, whatever you do, because you're not going to get them for quite later on into the game. And if you are able to find enough of them early game, you might be able to get some of the late game stuff a little earlier than usual. Not too much earlier, but there we go. So... keep that in mind, good sirs. Right, I think I want to go down this way. Because I think there's another chest around here that I haven't got yet. I always tend to, like, somehow skip over a chest. And why do I not grab that ledge? Whatever, I'll grab this one. There we are. Right, now we can make this jump across. There we go. Let's get up this way. No, no chest here. We must have them all then. If I'm not finding any more. I remember there being a lot more chests like than that, but oh well. Hey, we're onwards. Maybe Kyrie's hiding behind here because we're still looking for her, and we don't know where this area is, so let's go in and see what we can find. There's a white Trinity on the floor right there. And how did Jane get up here?
This is your home? But that means... Huh?
Oh.
The waterfalls. They're echoing all the way here.
Friends there. Sea friends.
Oh, now I've got it. Ah means heart. Friends in our hearts.
Heart.
Oh, so that's what it meant.
Friends. Same heart. Clayton. Lose heart. No heart. No see friends. No heart. No friends.
Sorry about what I said.
I'm sorry too.
Yeah, all for one, huh?
Yep, we yuck it up and everything gets sappy. Speaking of sap, there's a tree here glowing. And I'm not talking about the butterflies. There's a keyhole in the middle of the tree! Well, let's just do what we did last time and see what happens. How odd that a tree has a hole. Shaped of a keyhole. And we heard a lock, just like last time. And also just like last time, get a block.
I'm coming.
But it's sure not the king's.
I think someone has a new admirer.
No. This would kill me.
I'm actually glad that Sora got that joke. I know what they were implying, and I know what Donald thought as well. But at the same time, I think Turk was just mostly saying thanks for not getting shot. I don't think she was thinking of it in that way. I don't picture Turk being that kind of gorilla. So, But yes, another keyhole in a tree. Interesting.
What drew the Heartless to that world?
The hunter lured them there. It was his lust for power that was the bait. But it seems the bait was too tasty for his own good.
I said that.
Yeah, he got chopped instead.
More like he got squished.
A weak-hearted fool like him stood no chance against the Heartless. But the boy is a problem. He found one of the keyholes.
We found two, actually.
Fear not. It will take him ages to find the rest. Besides, he remains blissfully unaware of our other plan.
Yes, the princesses.
They are falling into our hands, one by one. Speaking of which...
And there's Alice! The Disney villains have her, and we do not know where she's located. You know when I said that the storyline kind of dropped in Wonderland? Technically it does, because we can't do anything about it. Sora and Donald and Goofy don't know where she is, and we do not know where the villains are. I mean, we've seen them where the room is, but we don't have no idea where that's located. And what do you mean two? What do you mean one keyhole? We found two so far, and if we did not go to Alice in Wonderland, we wouldn't have seen that cutscene. So, I mean, I've never actually skipped Wonderland, because I tend to do it when I'm there, because why else wouldn't you do so? It's the easiest level at that point, before going to a 2-star or 3-star difficulty. So, you would naturally complete the area before you leave. I don't really see the purpose on leaving and then going through unless you're trying to do a certain run through the game, but there you go. Well, I guess we better get going. Where was your ship, anyway? Well, not too far. Sora, Tarzan, friends. Wait, what? You gave us a key? More like a keychain, actually. Upgrade your Keyblade with keychains. Different keychains will add different effects to the Keyblade. Access the equipment menu and use the keychain. And we also get the red Trinity, which will allow us to progress, but I'll get into that in just a moment. In fact, I'll be getting into the Keyblade in a moment as well, because even though we just got a new weapon, it kicks us out of the level and we can't even experiment with it yet, so we'll have to leave it for a bit. The gummy block that came out of that glowing hole, it's not like the others. I wonder what it's used for. I don't know. Maybe Leon will know. He might. Back to Traverse Town then? I want to be pilot. Hey, stop it. Oh, come on, I'm the Keyblade Master. I don't care who you are, no! Here we go again. Yep. It's like, oh, we're careening. Not good. But yeah, we didn't really learn anything after that. But yes, we have completed that area. We haven't completed Olympus Coliseum yet, but there's nothing we can do. There's not even any areas we can go into. So, don't know where the Keyhole is at for that level. And obviously, we got Wonderland done. Now, before we progress any further, I want to do some gummy editing in the garage. So, I'm going to go do that. Because we got a few more gummy pieces, including some from the gorillas, if you remember. So, it might be good to upgrade our ship just a tad. So, once again, like I've mentioned already, the green ones are just the ones that you've collected, but the blue ones are the ones you use and customize. If you want to override it completely, you can choose one of these, edit to your specifications, and then just save it over the blue one so you can actually fly it. But I'm just going to keep editing the basic design for now because, you know, it's iconic and it actually reappears in Kingdom Hearts 3, so that's a thing. But yeah, so we've got no new cockpits. We've still got the Cure G, because if I go up or down, it's going to change section or type. We haven't got any new engines, so nothing to do there. But we have got a new engine in terms of one extra Fire G, but we don't need any more, to be perfectly honest with you. We've got Protect, Shell, and Dispel Gs. I want to use a couple of the Dispel Gs and replace some of my original blocks. Mainly because that, of course, the lower the block being Protect, Shell, or Dispel, the lower the block, the less armor per block you have. So even though I'm going to be reducing my blocks, my block count a tad, I'm actually going to be keeping my HP roughly the same or a little bit higher because of the better blocks of being equipped. Doesn't raise your defense, just your HP. So that's the thing. So I want to press circle to get rid of that and overwrite it, because if you just hold X over a piece already placed, you just move it. So let's do that. And I want to make sure I go inside a bit, because I want to get rid of these two red blocks inside here and replace them. Still can't change the colour of our blocks though, which is a problem. So for now, I want to go with these. We've got 8 of these, which is perfect, because I can actually get rid of these green ones that were kind of sticking out, and get rid of the white yellows as well and put those in. So we've got some more armour there, even though we're kind of going a bit psychedelic at this point. The problem is we don't have any more Dispel Gs. These are the only 2 we have. In terms of Shell Gs, these are the only 3 we have, and none of these really match with the domes or the flat top domes that we have. So what I'm going to do is, because it's going to be, it's not symmetrical anyway because there's no other block, I'm going to take this Shell G, get rid of this red block. Oh, hang on. Get rid of this red block, pop that in. Perfectly fine for now. And the only last thing I want to equip is not the wheel, because I don't really have anything to do with that. I'm still not going to equip the small cannon until we get another one. We did get another Meteor G though, but I don't need to equip another one of those either. And, but if, by the way, even though that obviously one Meteor G fire, being fired at once, it takes about 10 shots to drain a block of power. The more that we have that takes that same amount of power, the more power we're going to drain at once. So if I had 2 of these equipped, I believe it'll be 5 shots before we lose a power. But I don't really need that, so. And, oh, hang on. I forgot about the arrow, actually. Arrow, Arrow-Gar, and Arrow, of course, more maneuverability the bigger the piece. I want to replace some of my current wing pieces, so let's go up a level, get rid of that, pop that in. Now, we're going to have a very odd coloured wing here, because I can't change the colour, but for some reason these ones are default yellow, so let's just do that for now. And this gummy is very optional. You never need to equip it, but I'm going to equip it just to show it off. I mean, we had this before when we were editing before, but at the time I didn't want to have it equipped. But I'm going to equip it now. Scan G, a radar that scans every direction. It pretty much gives you a little map on the bottom left corner of the screen. And I'm going to get rid of these 2 blocks so I can pop it in this way. Of course, that means I've just removed 2 shield gummies, but I don't really need them because, as I've already said, I've got more than enough armor replaced. And just for aesthetic differences, I'm going to remove this. That was the wrong thing to remove. I'm going to remove that and put it upside down so it's actually attached to the ship. That's just a little aesthetic difference I forgot to pop in. And I need to put this back in because I accidentally removed it. I pressed the wrong button. That happens a lot in this game when I'm editing gummy ships. Not in other games mostly, but they normally have an undo function anyway. But yeah, so we have a look at our ship. This is what we got right now, and we're going to be using this. Let's press start. Save over. There we go. And we're done in here. Okay, so, reason why I edited my ship is because we've got a few other things to do. We need to get to Traverse Town, which means we got to travel between 2 gummy routes. We can either go to Olympus Coliseum and then to Traverse Town, or we go Wonderland to Traverse Town. Here's the thing, we've still got missions to do. That's a score of 180 or higher. That sounds a little bit steep, so I don't think we're going to be able to do that right now. We could use a few more weapon gummies that are actually powerful enough to take out stronger debris, because they do count as points. Right now, our laser just goes right through it and only does 1 normal damage, and our blasters, even if we had the normal cannon, that's the weakest cannon. We need something that can actually disperse and cause explosive damage to concuss it, if that's the word. So, we're not going to be doing that right now, which means if we're not going to go to Olympus Coliseum, that means we're not going to be able to do Traverse Town's next mission, because that mission is actually required to be set off from Olympus Coliseum. So, in between Wonderland and Traverse Town, I'm going to cut that out completely. But, we're going to do a mission in Wonderland. Obtain a score of 120 or higher, doesn't matter which way we go in order to get there, we just got to get 120. So I'm going to speed that up, but before we do, I need to discuss the map, or just show it off. And in fact, I'll probably discuss that while I'm speeding up. Equipped a radar gummy, noted bottom left corner. So as you can see right here, all the enemies are orange glows and items are green glows. And to get the mission complete, I just needed to complete total score of 120 before I reach the destination. And then we'll get another prize, and of course that means we can move on to mission 2 in this particular route. And we haven't actually taken this route in between anyway, so we haven't actually seen this route either. Because last time we actually went to the deep jungle, we went from Olympus Coliseum. It doesn't show any obstacles or rings or debris, it only shows enemies and items dropped. So, the radar really isn't really needed. Scan Gs you could completely bypass over in favour of more better gummies that either, you know, boost performance, give weapons, or give armour. And our armour has gone up a little tad. And we have made it to Wonderland. I have got over 120 points, and to be honest, even though I didn't miss a lot of items, we barely made that. If we could have, like, destroyed a few more, like, debris that was harder to destroy with better weapons, we probably would have had a little bit of an easier time there, but that's fine. So, now that we got that done, and we're not actually got to do anything to get back to Traverse Town, I'll just meet you guys back there. And we have made it back to Traverse Town. The only gummy block I actually grabbed was just one Dispelled G. I don't know what the shape of it is, though. I mean, you're not really that... I mean, I think you're told by the shape that's displayed, but I wasn't paying attention to that. But yes, we're back here, and I'm just going to go straight to the accessory shop, because I don't need to walk through the front door. That's kind of pointless. I mean, the accessory store is right in front of... like, right in the middle of the first district, so that just makes more sense to do. So, yeah. There's not really anything that I want to be buying from Sid right now, but I do want to actually go into the item store with... the high as hell Huey, Dewey and Louie, because I've been getting a lot of comments recently saying that they just look high as hell. I mean, what have they been smoking? I don't know. Maybe the reason why they're here is because they wanted to help out citizens from the Heartless and whatnot, but then they saw people start losing their hearts, and then they were just like, I've seen some shit, man. We've seen some shit, Uncle Donald. I don't know. I mean, that wasn't even a good voice. But I want to buy 2 ethers into stock. And I want to buy about 4 potions in the stock. So we at least have something in our stock. We just replenish our little bit of resources that went down when we were in Olympus Coliseum. Because, you know, we had nothing, and then I stole Tarzan's. Because I was out and I was a bit too cheap. Plus, we only had 40 money at the time. But it's fine, because we're going to get a lot of money back. So we can do red Trinities now. We saw a bunch of these around town. So... let's just do a 1-2 bash to smash our way through, and yeah, we can now open up new locations. And funnily enough, as you would expect, this takes us to the alleyway behind these boxes that Sora should just clearly be able to grab the ledge of, because you've been making bigger jumps than that in Deep Jungle, but you weren't able to grab the table in Wonderland very easily, so that don't make sense. We got more Dalmatians. I think that's the first few Dalmatians, other than the 2 that are in the house, obviously, for the side quest, that we found in Traverse Town. So let's go check that out quickly. Yep, we got 3 more chests to find in Traverse Town. I don't think that was there before. So that's helpful enough. got some new characters to add. Of course, Clayton. Yeah, I don't know why he gets added after you beat him, because everyone else gets added. So, that's a bit odd. In fact, no, he wasn't even there when we beat him. That was there after we completed the level. And that just made me remember words. God damn it. We have a new keyblade. So, the keychain attached draws out the keyblade's true form and power. All keyblades have a basic design with no keychain, but when you do attach the keychain, it changes its form, changes its power, changes its reach, changes its attributes, pretty much everything. Maybe even its element in certain situations. It's different, and if we change to the Jungle King here, it's got a more leathery, bony aesthetic with a new keychain. It's like a little butterfly. Probably one of the ones near the heart of the world. Maybe there's a connection there. Who knows? But it is stronger than our Kingdom Key Keyblade. It has a longer reach, as we can physically see when we switch between the two, but it doesn't get critical blows that easily. But hey, more reach, I like. More damage, I like. Criticals don't happen that often anyway, so I'm not too bothered. That's a clean upgrade. So, I'm going to be doing that. Let's get out of here. And yes, let's go find where Leon is. Now, when we were here before, Yuffie said something about Leon, but we couldn't really do anything about that at the moment, and I wasn't going to be exploring the level at that point in time. So let's go check in with her again and see what she has to say. Leon's probably at the underground cavern. He trains there often. You know, the channel in the alleyway is connected to the cavern. Okay. Still got half of those to do. We're getting there. Slowly. But we're going to be doing that in due time. So, why did the cat... I did not touch the camera. Why did it do that? Stop that, please. I don't know why the camera does that. I don't remember it doing that to me. Maybe I'm paying more attention because I'm recording. I don't know. But that don't normally happen. Oh, and enemies are still here. And we've got new ones. Wow, I killed that quick. So, these are the yellow thunder variations of the red nocturnes and blue raspides that we've been fighting recently. Of course, these ones are yellow operas, I believe they're called, and they specialise in thunder magic. Can't remember what their weakness is, but they do drop the thunder equivalents of their shards. Such as the fire ones drop fire shards, for example. So, there you are. I know I missed one of them because I accidentally fell down. That's the one drawback to doing aerial combos. The finisher launches you forward, and you could just fall off your platform, and then you have to make your way all the way back round in order to get back up. We still got that chest there taunting us, which we'll get at some point. But we need to go into the alleyway, so let's jump down here and go through this way. Yeah, we were right behind these boxes, so now that we've done that, we can come over this way, and we've got even more enemies. I'm not going to cut these out, mainly because that we haven't fought these guys. Oh, never mind, I just got a level up while I mentioned that. AP up for Sora, max items, and MP haste for Donald. So, AP up, not too bad. But that ability, though, really helpful. Sadly, his AP up wasn't enough to give him enough points to actually equip it. But I'm going to actually deactivate Berserk, because MP Haste boosts MP recovery rate in battle, allowing more spellcasting. Since Donald is a mage, and his attack power for magic is actually more higher than anyone else's, that actually makes more sense to equip. Plus, we have Cure now, so that means more chances for Cure if he has magic to cast it, which, if he takes a hefty whack, he will probably heal himself immediately. So it's just endless healing. Very helpful to have. Because his physical attack is already quite low, even though his HP is also quite low, Berserk isn't really that helpful at this point. And damage output doesn't affect how much charge you from MP recovery you get. It doesn't affect it, so that's not really necessary. We got Goofy and ourselves for that. So we'll leave that for now until he gets another AP, or if we decide to equip him with an ability stud, which we can buy, but I don't really want to pay for that. Not right now. And I thought we were going to get a new enemy out there, actually, but basically... Oh! Never mind! Once again, rare drop! As we saw with the Power Wilds, their rare drop is Protectorate rings, or chains, excuse me. But that was a Blizzara ring. That's basically a Protectorate chain, but with 20% resistance, I believe it is. So let's go to Protectorate chain here. Yeah. Reduces ice damage and raises defense. So, Protectorate chain, Blizzara ring, gives the same defense, but we actually... yeah, we can't actually buy these. That's really good. Who do I want to equip that to? I mean, Donald would be the obvious one, because I'm just replacing the Protector chain with the same thing, but with a 20% resistance to ice. What have we got? Fire and dark damage by 20%, raises defense. Strength, defense, max AP. Slightly raises defense. Fire damage 20%. Okay, so Donald's really the only one without resistance, so you can have that. And because it's just a generic upgrade, but swap the Protector chain for the Protect chain, and etc, etc. So there we go. That was actually an unintentional upgrade right there. Now, I want to come back into the red room, because if you remember earlier on, before we even had Donald and Goofy, there were white mushrooms in here, but I didn't talk about them because we couldn't do anything with. No, they didn't spawn this time. And are you serious? I got, wow, 2 red drops immediately. Wow, my luck's looking up. Blizzard ring and then a fire ring, almost one right after another. You cannot be serious right now. Okay, now I've got decisions to make. Which one do I have? The ice resistance or the fire resistance? I mean, everyone else has got fire resistance. I might just give him the fire ring. Bugger it, you know what? Everyone's got fire resistance now. Plus, fire is a lot more harder to block, because when they shoot ice, yes, it can go across, but it's a lot easier to block. Fire, no. Wow, I did not expect to get those drops that bloody quickly. So, currently closed off? Don't think so. Just bash that down. And the secret waterway. Okay, I have a question once the screen loads. There he is! How did he get in when it was blocked off? I mean, there's looks like an entryway right over there, but if we go investigate that, there's a white Trinity on the floor once again. We keep seeing those. They seem to be quite common. And they completely ignore Dalmatians just sitting here in a chest. You heartless git. And yeah, this is a dead end. How the hell did Aerith and Leon get in here? Maybe they popped out a rod from what we just broke down and then put it back once they got through. But even then, this looks like a very awkward place to get to. Doesn't look like there's anything down this way, even though it looks like a very nice tunnel, which is quite odd. Hey, we have questions about these gummy pieces. Let's go talk to you first. This place is so mysterious. Leon, what do we do with these gummy blocks? So you found the keyhole. Yeah, the keyblade locked it automatically. Good. Every world among the stars has a keyhole, and each one leads to the heart of that world. There might be one in this town as well. What do you mean? There was in Ansem's report. The Heartless enter through the keyhole and do something to the world's core. What happens to the world? In the end, it disappears. What? That's why your key is so important. Please lock the keyholes. You're the only one who can. I don't know. Seeing other worlds would probably serve you well. Yeah. We gotta find your friends, and King Mickey. I guess you're right. Okay. But we didn't talk about the gummy blocks. I mean, I don't think we could get the Red Trinity any earlier, so that's a bit odd. Yeah, if you didn't know that you have to talk to him again to ask about the gummy blocks when you were coming here originally, you might be running around on the full worlds that we have available right now, wondering what the heck you're supposed to do. You got to talk to him again, and the game for some reason doesn't segue into that cutscene. Hey, Leon. This gummy block is different from the others. Do you know what it's for? Ask Sid. He should know. Well, we were just there. God damn it. Wait, Sora. Take this with you. Earthshine? This stone holds some mysterious power. I've been carrying it for luck. I want you to hold on to it. How do you use it? Well, he did say he was holding it on for good luck charm, so obviously he doesn't know how to use it, so why did you ask that question, you silly? Leon? I think we broke him. Oh dear. Please lock the keyholes. Yeah, and once again, we only talked about one keyhole. We found a keyhole, or the keyhole. We found two! It wasn't just one! I mean, obviously they're insinuating that every world has one, but we found 2 and we only mentioned 1. That don't make sense to me. It really don't. But yes, Earthshine. Let's have a quick look at that in our stock. A precious stone with mysterious power sealed within. Can't use it for now, so I guess we'll just hold on to it for now. So, we need to go back to Sid. Fair enough. But before we head back, there's one more thing I want to do since we've been gathering a lot of Dalmatians. Oh, and we bumped into a new enemy! I think this is called, Green Serenades? Basically, they're the green variations of all that we've been fighting so far. The yellow operas, the red nocturnes, the blue raspberries. And they drop cure-related items. Or something along those lines. They basically heal other enemies and, actually, I'm not too sure if I got the name right. Pretty sure I got the name right. Well, I got that one right, Yellow Opera. Fair enough. Oh, Green Requiem. I'm thinking of a later enemy that looks green. That's not in this game. Sorry. But yeah, they basically heal their allies, but they have the least amount of HP of the bunch. So just give them a couple whacks, they'll be dead, and that's really all there is. Not really a threat. Just take them out quick. That's all I can say. So as I was saying about the Dalmatians before we bumped into those enemies, like I said before, they're basically the gold skull tillers of this game. There are 99 to find, you get 3 per chest, and once we grab a few, we will hit a milestone. And every milestone we reach, when we come back into the main room here, we will get a cutscene, which is the next cutscene after this, because this is when they first actually noticed that we'd be rescuing puppies. We will get items based off of milestones, and you'll get them all at once if you've reached a later milestone. So, and it doesn't count as a chest because we can't whip out our Keyblade here. So that won't be appearing on screen. You just walk into the chest and you pick it up. So it's a bit weird. But yes, so we've got 24 Dalmatians, I believe. So we should get 2 items. I think it's 2 per every... I think you get an item per 10 Dalmatians, or 9 Dalmatians rescued, excuse me. Because you rescue 3 at once. So we've got a Kuriga-G, that's a new cockpit. And a Fire-G, which is a new engine. Looks like we've got more upgrading to do with our gummy ship. Speaking of gummy ship, we need to sort out that gummy block that we have that we can't use. Those 2 Navy G pieces. I mean, they're still in halves. They won't work properly. We can't install them. They're stuck in our stock and not in our gummy inventory, so we can't exactly equip them. And hello, large body. You weren't here last time we were here. Let's take you out quickly. Look at the damage we're dealing now. It is crazy. You know what? No, not having this. Okay, that did not work out well, did it? Oh, and we got healers, which is fine. I just killed them. What items do they drop? Bright shards. Yeah, that makes sense. It's not an elemental, but, you know, healing, light, makes sense in a way. Which is kind of funny because they're heartless, but it doesn't have to be bright to be light. Okay, here we go. You know what? No, I'm just going to do this. I'm not having that. Get that big money pickup, and oh boy, large body army. This will be the final battle of today's episode. Wait, hang on. Okay, I did not hit him properly. You know what? Hit them all! With a bit of thunder right there. Oh, I teched that one without even trying. Kill that guy. Did not see that one in that angle. I want that item orb. I want that big orb. Oh, Goofy grabbed it because of his treasure magnet. That's helpful. Alright, we're almost done. Okay, fire. There we are. Just use magic to get past his defense, or front-forward facing defense, so you don't have to deal with that. Alright, I'm not going to fight these guys. I'm just going to head out because I don't have any magic. I would fight them normally, but we need to finish this up. So, let me just roll up here. I should be rolling a lot more often anyway, because then I won't get hit by any enemy attacks, but I seem to have a bad habit on doing that recently. Maybe I've got used to actually fighting without it for a change. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, we're back in the first district here. Just roll down here. And we're going to end it off here. So, in the next episode, guys, we've gonna talk to Sid, see what we can do with these 2 Navi G pieces that we have. Navi G, Navigation Gummy, that sounds about right. Maybe we can expand our range with our gummy ship. See you guys then.